Anda masih bersama kami dalam bincang edukasi spesial langsung dari Bali, dari lokasi World School Debating Championship 2017. And narasumber kita sudah datang, yang seperti saya janjikan tadi, Mr. Mark Gabriel, Chair of WSDC Tournament Committee Executive. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We have first two segments, and now is the last segment.
Great.
I think it's okay. And then from the participant from the Canada, Miss Dasha, how are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Okay, thank you. The first question for Mark Gabriel. Can you tell us about the concept and background of this tournament?
Well, the World Schools Debating Championship started in 1988. The original tournament had just teams from 6 different nations and was held in Australia as part of the Australian bicentennial celebrations in 1988. It was in fact the team from Canada which won that first tournament, and Canada then agreed to host a second tournament 2 years later. And since then, the tournament has been held every year in different places. Each nation sends a national team of their best school-level debaters, usually from several different schools across the nation. And it's become quite a big tournament now. We regularly have 50 or more nations taking part every year, and the number continues to grow over time.
The participant is over 50 nations. And Indonesia, you choose Indonesia as the host of the WSDC competition this year. Why you choose Indonesia and why you choose Bali?
Well, Indonesia has been taking part in the World Schools Debating Championships since 2001. I remember that very first Indonesian team, which took part in the tournament in South Africa that year. I remember judging them in some of their rounds. And since that year, Indonesia has been very regular participants in the championship, coming every year. They've become very much part of the World Schools family and have become one of the stronger Asian nations, generally doing very well. So 2 years ago, when Indonesia volunteered to host the tournament in Bali, I think everybody was very excited about the idea of coming to such a culturally rich place as Bali and holding the championship here, and we're very pleased to be here.
Indonesia also have a different culture. Is it represent that the theme the theme of listen to diversity and speak of harmony? Is there representative of Indonesia represent to this theme, to the theme?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice theme that Indonesia has chosen for the tournament this year, and I think everything we've seen in Bali has very much represented that theme. Bali is a place itself of a melting pot of some very diverse cultures, and that attracts people from all around the world. So it's a great place to hold the World Schools Debating Championships.
Yesterday, I talked to the participants, and they told me that they really love Indonesia. And I want to know from Canada, what about Indonesia? What do you think about Indonesia?
I think Indonesia is beautiful. I hope to explore more of it in the time that I have here, but just even the hotel that we're at, just seeing so many different things. We went to the beach, we've been to the pool, we've driven past numerous sites as we've been to some of the beautiful schools. It's been so incredible to see the displays of culture that all the schools have put on for us. So it's just exquisite seeing the diversity that's here, and I've really enjoyed my time here so far.
What about the people in Indonesia?
The people are so nice. Every team has their own guide, like their LO, we call them, the liaison officer. And ours is a girl named Rosita, and she's so sweet, she's so friendly. She takes us to numerous places wherever we want to, whether it's a convenience store and we just need a break and we need to buy some water. She's so friendly, and we've talked to numerous Indonesian locals, so it's been really nice.
So it means you really enjoy WSDC competition experience in Bali?
Yeah, it's been incredible.
It's okay, good. Sir, maybe you can explain about the theme for WSDC in 2017. Listen to diversity, speak of harmony. Is there a special meaning for the topic?
Well, I think that's a theme that very much represents what the World Schools Debating Championship is all about. The World Schools Debating Championships brings together young people from every corner of the globe, brings them into a space where they're going to be debating on different topics that are hopefully intellectually stimulating and generally current topics. The reality of debating is each team gets placed on a particular side for each debate. Actually, the debaters may not be arguing for what are their own personal opinions on the topic. They're told, you're going to be on this side, you're going to be on this side. But I think that is a very valuable experience. No one says you have to go away agreeing what you were arguing for at the end. But the experience of putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, understanding why they might have a particular opinion, and testing out that opinion against against another team that is doing the same on the opposite side, I think leads to people becoming very open-minded and just really understanding what are the issues that affect the world today and where might this world be going in the future and how can we use dialogue and interaction to potentially create a better world.
So the topic or the motion is represent what the world needs right now.
I think many of the topics do, yes. We have an international committee every year that puts together the motions, and they do look to try and choose things that are genuine issues of debate and concern around the world and give the young people of today an opportunity to genuinely consider and discuss those.
Okay. Now I would like to ask to Mr. Ngurah. Because we are Indonesian, so we have to speak in bahasa. Okay. Mr. Ngurah, temanya Listen to Diversity, Speak of Harmony. Mungkin kamu pernah punya pengalaman gitu dengan menghadapi sebuah perbedaan, apakah di sekolah, apa di rumah?
Iya. Jadi sering banget mengalami perbedaan, khususnya dalam seleksi. Contohnya kan kami diseleksi dari berbagai wilayah, dari berbagai provinsi dan dari berbagai agama dan culture juga. Jadi kita juga kadang-kadang mengalami perbedaan yang signifikan. Contohnya misalnya ada yang Islam, dia sedang berpuasa, jadi kita debatnya dikurangin sedikit intensitasnya, jadi dia bisa berpuasa dengan lancar seperti itu.
Bagaimana menurut Ngurah menjelaskan tema Listen to Diversity, Speak of Harmony ini kepada teman-teman yang mungkin masih memandang perbedaan itu sebuah yang semua harus sama gitu pendapatnya?
Jadi menurut saya untuk orang-orang yang berpikiran seperti itu mungkin cara berpikirannya harus diubah ya, karena sebenarnya kalau misalnya kita saling menghormati satu sama lain dan kita saling mengayomi, mungkin perbedaan itu akan terlihat lebih indah dan kita saling respect satu culture dengan culture yang lain. Contohnya itu bakal lebih indah lagi karena kita juga saling mengayomi dan saling rukun lah istilahnya.
Okay.
Jadi,
for Miss Dasha, how do you think youth in different parts of the world should behave regarding their differences?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
How do you think youth in different parts of the world should behave regarding their differences?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
What they have the youth do regarding their differences? How they face that? That's the difference.
Oh, in terms of in debate?
Yes.
So I think all countries come at a topic from different perspectives. I think why debate is really great is it comes down to the same subject areas or the same metrics of evaluating a debate regardless of the country that you're from. So we always evaluate debates based on content, style, and strategy. So it doesn't matter your perspective or your walk of life or the country that you come from. If you excel at those things, which are accessible to anybody regardless of where they're from, obviously with your own perspective, then you'll do well at debate.
Okay. How you prepare the competition?
Well, I can't give away all of Canada's top secrets, but we do a lot of research. So we read widely, we read the news, we try and keep up with everything that's going on, and we try and practice as much as we can. There are lots of different types of styles, of debating styles, so we need to get more practice in of doing world style specifically. So we try and do as many rounds as we can and watch debate videos.
Okay. Mr. Mark Gabriel, tomorrow is the grand final.
Yes.
So how do you determine the winners from each category? Maybe English as the mother tongue, English as second language, or English as a foreign language?
Yes.
How you determine
So
that?
tomorrow is the grand final, which will determine the overall champions of the competition. That's going to be between the teams from England and Singapore. So one of them will win tomorrow's grand final and will be the overall champions. But the World Schools Debating Championships also has other awards for nations that are classified as English as a second language, or ESL, and English as a foreign language, or EFL. So the difference being English as a second language, meaning the students on the team don't come from English-speaking homes, but do go to schools where they are taught in English, whereas those in the English as a foreign language category not only don't come from English-speaking homes, but also don't go to schools where English is the main language of teaching. So the team which has progressed the furthest in the tournament, be that to quarterfinals, semifinals, or whether from each of those categories, gets a special award as the overall ESL and EFL champions. And then there are individual speaker awards, overall ESL, EFL, based on how the debaters have done over the 8 preliminary rounds when all of them competed. And there is also separate awards for the best new nation, the nation that's new to the tournament this year and had the best speaker from a new nation as well. So there's quite a few awards that will be given out tomorrow.
Okay, last question for all of you. What do you expect from this year's competition? you expect?
Well, I certainly hope that all the participants have enjoyed being here in Bali, being enriched in the culture of Bali, and that each and every one of them leaves here not only having made new friends from all around the world, which I think is an important part of the event, but also having broadened their horizons and perspectives and really had an opportunity to think and engage in intellectual arguments with other young people from around the world.
Okay. Mr. Murah, maybe you can speak in English.
I expect that people, the moment when they leave this competition, they have gained a lot of new perspective and a lot of new information during the debates that they have got through. And I hope that people will also remain in touch with their new friends. And yeah, those hopes are.
Okay, what about you, Dasha?
I think we'll all gain the experience of a lifetime, having been to Bali, Indonesia, which was incredible. And I think we'll all make some great friends who are all incredibly intelligent people.
Okay. I thank to all of you for being participating in this program. I hope this event could be the part of creating the leaders of the world. Oke, pemirsa, semoga saja ajang ini bisa menciptakan pemimpin-pemimpin dunia yang mampu menghormati segala macam perbedaan. Saya Salahuddin Al-Ayubi beserta kru yang bertugas mohon undur diri. Majulah pendidikan Indonesia dan majulah Indonesia.